Good evening and welcome to LCM TV Main News. Our top stories tonight. President Hakainde Hichilema heads to Mansa for the Luapula Expo. Government lifts the night driving ban. And Electoral Commission of Zambia needs 2.2 billion kwacha for August elections. And in international news, Trump to extend ceasefire with Iran. And in sports, Zambia advances in Under-17 Women's World Cup qualifiers. Stay tuned for details after this short break.
Governance Space every Thursday at 21 hours on LCM TV. We bring your leaders to account and explain things that they will do for you. Catch the discussion 21 hours on LCM TV. LCM TV, doing it the right way.
Welcome back. I'm Stella Mbewe, continuing with the news. President Hakainde Hichilema is expected in Mansa Luapula province tomorrow, April 23rd, 2026, for a one-day working visit. Luapula Province Minister Nelson Musonda said the president will officially open the Luapula Investment Expo, which began on Monday. Mr. Musonda added that President Hichilema will also commission the 50-megawatt solar plant in Mansa. More than 100 companies are participating in this year's expo. A 23-year-old man identified as Mwanalushi Kula is on the run after killing his wife Nalucha Pumulo with an axe. The incident occurred on Saturday, April 8th, 2026, around 11 hours p.m. following a marital dispute. Western Province Police Commanding Officer Ray Hamonga confirmed that the attack took place at Lifelo village in Chief Imalenda's area. According to Mr. Hamonga, the deceased left the matrimonial home after the dispute, but the suspect followed her with an axe. He attacked her while she was sleeping, inflicting fatal head injuries, and then fled. Police have launched a manhunt for the suspect. The Forum for African Women Educationalists, Zambia, FAWEZA, has launched an initiative targeting 750 General Certificate of Education, GCE learners, offering structured academic support and a pathway into university STEM programs. FAWEZA Executive Director Kosten Kanchele said the initiative addresses barriers faced by marginalized learners, especially young women, persons with disabilities, and refugees who often lack access to teachers, laboratories, and conducive learning environment. 5% of the beneficiaries are persons with disabilities and 4% are refugees, highlighting the program's commitment to inclusivity. Participants are hosted at the University of Zambia, Copperbelt University, Mlungushi University, Eden University, and Apex University, where they receive mentorship, structured lesson, and access to academic facilities. Upon passing their GCE exams, learners will be supported to transition into STEM degree programs, aiming to increase participation in science and technology fields. Minister of Transport and Logistics, Frank Tayali, has lifted the ban on night movement of public service vehicles by revoking statutory instrument that prohibited night driving of buses. Mr. Tayali said the revocation is part of broader reforms to enhance productivity, improve logistics efficiency, and support the uninterrupted movement of goods and services. In a statement issued by Ministry spokesperson Ernest Chanda, Mr. Tayali called the movement a progressive step toward unlocking Zambia's economic potential. He noted that the earlier restriction introduced as a road safety measure has been overtaken by technological advances and the government's commitment to modernize transport systems. The government will rely more on information and communication technologies to improve traffic enforcement, including intelligent traffic monitoring systems, digital surveillance, and automated compliance mechanisms to ensure road safety at all hours. Mr. Tayali urged motorists and transport operators to exercise caution, follow traffic regulations, and cooperate with law enforcement. The ministry will continue strengthening road safety campaigns and infrastructure to support safe night travel. The Electoral Commission of Zambia, ECZ, says it requires 2.2 billion kwacha to conduct the August 13 general elections and to finance the recently completed constituency delimitation exercise. Appearing on Hot FM, ECZ Chief Electoral Officer Brown Kasaro said the budget covers all election preparations, including the creation of 70 new constituencies. He explained that the new constituencies are expected to improve representation and bring leadership closer to citizens. Mr. Kasaro added that the changes would also improve election management by reducing the number of polling stations handled by ECZ officers in some constituencies. He stated that it would be unconstitutional to give each province 7 new constituencies, as that would ignore factors such as population and land area. A detailed report on the new constituencies will be published this week for public review. Meanwhile, Mr. Kasaro said stakeholders have expressed mixed views on the proposed presidential nomination fee, saying some want it reduced, others want it increased to improve candidate quality. The government has urged the private sector and cooperating partners to align investment with national development priorities to enhance sustainable growth. Minister of Local Government and Rural Development Permanent Secretary Dr. Gabriel Pollen said this during the SCORE World Forum in Oxford. He noted that the aligned investment ensure efficiency, accountability, and maximum impact. He highlighted the Constituency Development Fund, CDF, as a key tool for responding to community needs, adding that strong government involvement is essential for scaling development programs. Coordinated efforts among stakeholders will help improve service delivery and support Zambia's long-term development. More in the following report.
And from where we sit, we see that stakeholder engagement is key in order to deliver effective and efficient services to different local authorities. First, we understand what the local authority level needs are, and then we also then understand also what the priorities are for given local authorities within the context of scarce resources. And we then map out how to deliver those scarce resources to based on the priorities that have been set out at the local level. But that requires constant stakeholder consultation and engagement, and use the systems that the government has put in place to support the different initiatives.
We now take a commercial break. Stay tuned for international and sports news.
Lishima Classic Media, we can brand your brand. From backdrops to roll-up banners, vinyl and PVC banners, gazebo tents, t-shirt printing, flag banners, business cards. Get branded with Lishima Classic Media today, because here at Lishima Classic Media, we're doing it the right way.
Join LCM TV channel, live every Tuesday with court news updates. On Thursday, we go live with environmental updates. Catch us every Saturday as we go live in your community. News on the go with LCM channel. Doing it the right way.
Are you looking for the best aerial cinematography to capture your environment from above in 4K? Well, look no further. At LCM TV, we've got you covered with our professional drone and pilot that will enable you to shoot from unique perspectives. We deliver breathtaking shots with different recording modes such as photos, videos, panorama, time-lapse, and many more. For more info, contact the numbers on your screen. Get the best area shots with LCM TV.
Governor Space every Thursday at 21 hours on LCM TV. We bring your leaders to account and explain things that they will do for you. Catch the discussion 21 hours on LCM TV. LCM TV, doing it the right way.
At LCM channel, we have great programs for all age group. 80% local content. LCM TV, doing it the right way.
Lishima Classic Media, we can brand your brand. From backdrops to roll-up banners, vinyl and PVC banners, gazebo tents, t-shirt printing, flag banners, business cards. Get branded with Lishima Classic Media today, because here at Lishima Classic Media, we're doing it the right way.
Where there is a vision, God always brings provision. When something is not broken, don't fix it. With the increase of CDF, we've seen a mushrooming number of schools that are now being built, classrooms that are being built across the country. Free education has come from nursery to grade 12. If that forms government in future, it won't be like, oh, parents should begin to pay. It will be a law. It's going to be very difficult for us to move that. The moment we vote out that kind of age, I can assure you the free education is going to be taken away. Like somebody will be arrested, we shall say, no, this is just political witch hunt. People are able to know how somebody was able to acquire 70 cars, to acquire my helicopters at the expense of you and their people. Who unpaid authorities that we shive, I send them the lama and even write a letter to a bank to say I want to be depositing so much on a daily basis. Corruption is the one that is making women giving birth. And there's the money that could have been used to build a school within the range. Somebody bought a helicopter. When this government came in, they said, can we not mine? We don't mine in the court. We mine at the mine. There is nobody in Zambia who has been stopped or refused to do illegal mining. Gamuleku lenganda. Kuna sometimes o waliko kuja kubata, waliko kuja kutujamu fina mwali kutabata masankanya pamukumu, wanda let us sacrifice to shtama block. What was supposed to be done? You don't borrow for consumption. You borrow for investment. You borrow to make sure that you activate certain economic activities. The opposition have got no program And we, as the alliance partners, we are also there to ensure that we advise them to say, let us not take this path. It's better we take this path for the benefit of the people of Zambia.
Governor Space every Thursday at 21 hours on LCM TV. We bring your leaders to account and explain things that they will do for you. Catch the discussion 21 hours on LCM TV, doing it the right way.
US Donald Trump extends ceasefire for Iran. We monitored France 24 for the detailed report.
It's another U-turn from US President Donald Trump. Just hours after he said he expects to be bombing Iran, Trump has now indefinitely extended the ceasefire. He said Iran's government was fractured and it was to give them time to negotiate. But the US will continue blocking the Strait of Hormuz, which the Iranians say already violates the ceasefire.
I have therefore directed our military to continue the blockade and, in all other respects, remain ready and able, and will therefore extend the ceasefire until such time as their proposal is submitted and discussions are concluded.
Some Iranians are not convinced by this 11th hour change in tone. Mahdi Mohammadi, an advisor to the Islamic Republic's top negotiator and the Speaker of the country's parliament, Mohammad Bakr Ghalibaf, believes there will be more US attacks on the way.
Trump's ceasefire extension means nothing. The losing side cannot dictate terms. The continuation of the siege is no different from bombardment and must be met with a military response. Moreover, Trump's ceasefire extension is certainly a ploy to buy time for a surprise strike. The time for Iran to take the initiative has come.
A senior commander in Iran's Revolutionary Guards already threatened to destroy the region's oil industry if the US resumes. As for the future of the negotiations, it's unclear how they will progress. US Vice President J.D. Vance's trip to Pakistan for the second round has been put on hold, and an Iranian Foreign Ministry spokesman told the country's state TV there has been no final decision on whether to agree to more talks.
Meanwhile, a 10-hour ceasefire with the United States has given Iranian citizens some hope. However, an economy that was struggling before the conflict is worsening as consumers face soaring inflation and rising layoffs. We monitored France 24.
Every part of life in Iran is being reshaped by the conflict with the US and Israel. Since the beginning of the war, a staggering 2 million people have lost their jobs, representing over 2% of the entire population. This mass unemployment has naturally triggered a collapse in consumer spending. With paychecks vanishing and the future uncertain, sectors like tourism, restaurants and retailers have been hit the hardest. Some companies are making staff redundant with a vague promise of rehiring after the war. Others have simply forced their employees into unpaid leave. The economic pain is being exacerbated by a government-mandated internet blackout. Officially, these shutdowns are used to prevent surveillance and cyber attacks. However, the collateral damage to Iran's modern digital economy is immense.
If the negotiations happen, we will learn our fate. Now the internet is shut down. Everyone is losing their jobs. We need to know what we should do.
It is this uncertainty that has left the country's economy paralysed. Since the war began, these blackouts have cost the economy 50 trillion rials daily, which is roughly $35 million, with total losses estimated at more than $1.8 billion. To stem the bleeding, the government has announced a loan scheme for small businesses, offering roughly $300 per worker. But any relief would be short-lived, as the loans must be repaid within 6 months, with interest rates soaring as high as 35%. This wave of unemployment comes just as official inflation passed 50% in March, a figure experts believe will only keep climbing.
And finally, in sports, Zambia has progressed to the next round of the FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup qualifiers after securing a 2-1 victory over Rwanda. The Copper Princesses delivered a determined performance to overcome their opponents and keep their qualifications hope alive. Rwanda put up a strong fight, but Zambia managed to edge the contest, showing resilience and composure when it mattered most. The win sees Zambia move a step closer to booking a place at the FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup. And to end the news, here's a recap of our top stories. President Hakainde Hichilema heads to Mansa for the Luapula Expo. Government lifts the night driving ban. Electoral Commission of Zambia needs 2.2 billion kwacha for August elections. And Trump to extend ceasefire with Iran. And Zambia advances in Under-17 Women's World Cup qualifiers. Thank you for watching LCM TV Main News. I'm Stella Mbewe. Good night.